Yes, folks. Today I want to cover two stories, abortion and a brave young 10-year-old girl and her mother taking on the gay indoctrination at a school in the UK. Now, I know I've covered abortion just a few days ago, but a new video has come to light, a new movie has come to light that I think many people would like to see. The movie is called Unplanned, and it is now showing in movie theatres in Australia and New Zealand. Now, folks, we all know that the strong family unit, the genuine mother and father family unit, is the backbone of any thriving economy. But sadly, the family unit is really under attack these days, and abortion and the gay agenda are part of that attack. So today I'll start off with the abortion movie and then follow up with the gay agenda one.
No matter what you do for the rest of your life, you're still gonna be a baby killer.
The movie Unplanned has no major stars or famous directors, but it's unleashed major controversy around the country. It tells the story of Abby Johnson, a real-life employee of Planned Parenthood who rose to clinic director and then switched sides and became an anti-abortion activist after witnessing what she called a disturbing abortion.
I saw it, and it was like it was twisting and fighting for its life.
The movie's graphic, the message is polarizing, and some questioned whether it should be screened at all.
Basically, it's false propaganda. It's full of misstatements.
Yeah, so when they say that, folks, you know it's a good movie.
About abortion and providers.
Initially, it looked like it would never be screened. Cineplex, Canada's biggest movie chain, said it couldn't show it without a Canadian distributor. TV host and anti-abortion activist Fatine Grosetsky saw the movie at a packed special screening in Edmonton in May. She believed Canadians would want to see it.
It's also giving Canadians to have an opportunity to understand what they're actually supporting when they say that they're pro-choice. If 2,800 people would have bought a ticket in the middle of the week, surely this is a moneymaker for theaters.
She co-organized the petition to boycott Cineplex if it did not show Unplanned. The chain eventually consented to a limited release of 14 locations. A New Brunswick pastor with a media company signed up to be its distributor with financial backing of the movie's U.S. producers.
They asked, are you able to distribute this movie? And I said, certainly. It lined up with, my values and with my faith.
But with opening day getting closer, the pressure is mounting for theaters not to screen it. Already, an independent theater in Salmon Arm, BC, canceled the film's screening because its staff allegedly received threats. Pro-choice groups also worry what will happen.
We're actually worried that it might increase the risk of harassment or even violence against.
Oh, so where have we heard that nonsense before?
Providers in Canada.
Unplanned opens in 60 theaters across Canada on Friday. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.
Now, folks, if you want to buy if you want to see this movie, you have to buy a ticket in advance at this site, and I've posted a link to it in the description below. Now, when you get to this site, folks, you can just scroll down and you can see the movie trailer, and if you scroll down some more, you can see a list of where this movie is showing right across Australia and New Zealand in the main centres. So I'll just show you how this works. We'll start at, say, Botany Downs. I know a bit about this one. That's unconfirmed. So when you get there, you can see what happens. Just scroll up a bit. What actually happens here, folks, is if it's unconfirmed, they have to reach a tipping point before it gets confirmed. So they need to sell all of these seats, sell all these tickets before it becomes confirmed. Now, at the moment, they have sold 24 tickets, but they still need 37 more tickets to qualify. Now, if you buy a ticket early like this, and it doesn't reach the tipping point, you get your money refunded. So I'll just go back now. And we'll go to another one that it has been confirmed. I'm just looking at Auckland at the moment. Here it is. There's one at Manukau that is confirmed. So we'll just click on that. And I'll scroll down a bit. So they are confirmed because they've reached their tipping point. And there's plenty of tickets left at the moment. So we'll just see how many tickets they have left there. They have 54 left. And when they're all sold out, they're gone. That's all sold out, so you can't get in. So if you want to get in, you have to be in quite quickly, I think. Yeah, okay, now to the young girl and her mother speaking out against the gay indoctrination at a school in the UK.
In LGBT month, the teacher was teaching us that if you don't feel comfortable of the way you are, you could always change yourself. He showed us this girl that was 11 and she got plastic surgery to become a boy.
10-year-old Casey was excluded by her head teacher after she asked to be excused from an LGBT lesson at her primary school.
She said that I wanted to kill LGBT people.
I was shocked, and I was thinking, Casey wouldn't say kill. Are you sure?
I'm not a bad child. I'm trying to speak up for what's right because I think what my head teacher is doing is wrong.
I know that my daughter has speaked out on her honest opinion, and for speaking out, she's been punished harshly.
I'm drawing pictures of flowers. So at first I wrote flower and I drew 2 flowers, and then when I go out later I'm going to pick up some flowers and stick them down.
Casey, a Year 5 pupil at Heathers Farm Primary School in South London, is at home having been excluded for 5 days.
I like making stuff. I like reading and on the computer. I also like painting. There's one of my paintings. My favourite subject in school is maths, even though many people don't like maths because they think it's complicated.
Casey's a star pupil, however, her love for learning has been tested since LGBT themes have been introduced into school lessons.
It's been very interesting. Just very interesting because I learned different things that I never learned before. I'm seeing children in my school and in my class that they don't want to learn about LGBT, but only because adults like prime ministers and other people that do support LGBT are saying that it's right for children to know this. But children can grow up and see that. They don't have to force it to be in school to make children learn about it, because what children come to school is to learn their maths, not maths based on LGBT, and their English based about LGBT.
LGBT lessons started to permeate every part of the school, and Casey has been concerned at how unhappy and confused it makes other children.
People don't feel happy in these lessons because normally when the teacher clicks onto the next slide and then we see the word LGBT, everybody kind of like sighs, And then when you look on everybody's faces, like they're so angry or sad, and then some of them like just look down, and then like sleep or pretend that they're sleeping. It happens throughout the whole month. It takes place in guided reading, maths, sometimes when they ask word problems, and English, and pretty much PSHE. We get told to either draw stuff that's got to do with LGBT, do flags, or create little crafts.
During the whole month of June, pupils are encouraged to celebrate diversity and learn about same-sex relationships.
At first, we watched a YouTube video, which is Tango Makes Three. At first, I was very confused, but I never thought about it, and I told my mum.
Roy and Silo were both boys, but they did everything together. They didn't spend much time with the girl penguins, and the girl penguins didn't spend much time with them. Instead, Roy and Silo wound their necks around each other. Their keeper, Mr. Gramsay, noticed the two penguins and thought to himself, they must be in love.
Whilst the clip was playing, some pupils put up their hand, and the teacher asked them to see what they said, and they said that's wrong, because we don't know of two daddies having a family or two moms having a family. The next day in the same month, we were learning a little bit more of how LGBT, what it is, and how it changes people. For example, he showed us this girl that was 11, and she got plastic surgery to become a boy.
The children are not the only ones concerned. Parents are also alarmed at the aggressive LGBT agenda being pushed into children at Havers Farm.
It did develop into a big conflict last year. I expressed my cultural belief as well as my biblical belief that I didn't wish my daughter to be taught that, because I did not send Casey to school to be taught such subject. I don't see the necessity of it being forced into primary school age when these kids are oblivious to those things. I think they're far too early. Their brains, they don't need to be taught that, basically. Not yet.
But despite parents' objections, head teacher Susan Pappas insisted that the lessons were part of the school's curriculum, and as with previous year, pupils had to take part in the Pride Parade at the end of the term. Take part in a Pride Parade, forced to take part in a Pride Parade. That is disgusting.
The message that she was trying to basically send to me as a parent is that basically if I don't tolerate, she has the power to dismantle my home. And whether Casey wants to believe or believe not, she used to just sit there and basically concentrate on the lesson being taught. And, you know, our opinion is of no value.
Karen has since sought help from the Christian Legal Centre and is proud of her daughter's bravery to speak out.
I'm speaking up because of parents who are in school, whether it's Casey's school or around the country, that feels the same way like we do and are afraid to speak up because they're, you know, they're scared of the implication.
Yeah, now folks, I'd just like to say thank you to African Violet for sending me that video. And folks, if you're sick of this filth being taught in your schools, do something about it. Contact your local MP and really complain about it. Or better still, find a political party that is willing to take politics completely out of schools.